Hi there, welcome to the hip crossover. So before we get into that warm-up exercise, I want to remind you of the model at Hybrid Strong, which is KSE. So K is key points, S is your setup, and E is your execution, a recipe for success. So in this warm-up exercise, there are degrees of this movement depending on where you are as far as strength and development, especially through your low back, core, and hips. So what I will do is I will start at the very bottom rung of this warm-up exercise, and then I will progress through the different degrees of advancement depending on where you are in your level of fitness for such a movement. So key points, you will be lying flat on your back. Your palms will be face down. That's critical. If your palms are up, you don't get that same level of stretch. So depending on how tight you are, you may feel some pull all the way up into your chest and your arms and back, because your fascia is what connects everything together. So depending on how restricted you are will determine how much you feel this movement through your body. You want to make sure also that you have a nice neutral low back. Keep it imprinted by pulling your abdominals into the floor and pulling your hips upwards towards the ceiling, okay? And there a key point too as well is to keep your knees nice and tight together. We don't want them open and sloppy and flopping around. Again, the assembly is critical to the success of the movement. All right, so here we go. Hip crossovers, lying down on the floor, palms to the floor, shoulder height. And the first level of this movement is a nice neutral bend in the knees, toes up. Again, pulling your belly button to the spine, nice neutral low back. And you're going to drop your knees to the floor, pull into center for a slight pause. You don't want to be ballistic. Down to the other side. You're going to pay attention to how restricted you are to one side versus the other. And again, focus on your breathing, exhaling. All right, so progressing. Now it's nice 90 degrees, almost like your legs are over a box, knees still tight. Coming over, keeping the shoulders and hands from peeling off of the ground. That way you get the most out of this stretch, and just go with what your body's willing to give you as hopefully it starts to stretch out and unravel through your low back. And the progression even further is legs nice and straight, coming over, good control, pull those abdominals in to support that low back, good control throughout your movement, and there is your hip crossovers.